Well, actors want to work with David, and that's a gift for his producers because you can get actors to work with him um, at a special rate. They'll work in the economy of the film. So if you're making a $10 million movie, you can't pay the actor $10 million. He can only have the right proportion of what the actor should get out of the movie, like what the director and the producer and everybody gets. What is the right proportion, as opposed to a film that's being made with Tom Cruise in it, when he gets half the film, and then the film's being made with the other half. So it's a very different economy when you work on David, because the money goes in the movie, and the actors know that. Therefore, you get a special sort of actor who wants to work with David. But most actors want to work with him because they would like that notch on their gun belt. I did a film with David Cronenberg. Secondly, actors love him because to be able to, he gives the actors what they need and what they want. He gives them enough and not too much. He helps them, but lets them be free. He loves them, but he doesn't want to possess them. He's very, very good with actors, and the actors really respect him. And I don't think I've ever had a better experience on Dangerous Method than with the actors. I was living in a hotel with the actors. David lived in an apartment. They were completely sated. They didn't need him at night. They were like sated by him. They were completely satisfied and sated with what he gave them, and what the stimulation, the intellectual side of what their parts should be. He's worked it out for them exactly what they should do. And he's so confident, I think he's so confident, as a director and as what he's shot and what he's going to be having eventually in the film when he's put it together with the music and the sound and how he's going to do it, that it's very nice for an actor to have a ringmaster who they know, who knows, because often they have somebody that don't know anything, And so they love working, and they hear the jungle drums work out the acting profession. You should make a film with David Cronenberg because he knows something we don't know. And actors love working with a director who knows something that they don't know. And it makes them better. And that was, the performances, I think, in Dangerous Method were all absolutely peerless.
David obviously takes a chance when he's casting, like all directors do, but he follows his instincts, Obviously he has to take into account, even though his movies have never been, big budget movies, there's still a requirement, Anybody who works in independent movies knows that even the smallest movie, there's pressure to cast at least one or two characters that are, if not mainstream actors that are known to movie audiences, just to ensure the financing and the possibility that people will actually go to the movie theater and see it. Sight unseen, or not knowing much about the story, maybe. And obviously he has to take that into account, but he always, whether it's casting Keira Knightley or Michael Fassbender, or, working again with me, he takes into account, has to, pressures of the producers as well. What's their box office potential as actors? But he's always looking to cast the movie right. And as far as people getting along, he guesses at it. That's part of the equation, I think, when he's casting. How would she work with him, or how would these two guys get along? And he takes a chance. It's a gut instinct he has when he's casting. And in the case of Michael Fassbender and myself playing Jung and Freud, it worked, and we got along. And Michael has a different approach than mine, I'm sure, but he does have a good sense of humor, and he does work hard in his particular way at being ready, showing up. I think that's what David expects of people, that they'll show up. And it's not that complicated, really, in terms of working with him, or what I, in particular, have in common with David, as actor, director, collaborating. It really comes down to simply, the expectation that we're both going to show up well prepared and ready to pay attention and see what we can get out of the day's work, Another thing that's really good about him is that not only does he inspire an actor to do his or her best work and to be honest and efficient in portraying a character, but he also, working with him is a healthy reminder that telling stories in the movies can and maybe should be fun every single day of the shoot, no matter how complicated or disturbing any scripted scene might be. You know, why not? Do you know what I mean? And that does make it seem a lot easier. It's never really easy, but it feels easier. You know, he inspires confidence and a certain, you know, degree of playfulness. You know, I think. I mean, I think if I had to describe, if I had to describe in a phrase what David's working method is, or what he's about as a director and as a person, I would say that he's about his work and his way of being as a man is about the joy of acquiring knowledge. You know, I mean, he doesn't just push himself to make a new kind of movie each time just because, well, I have to do something different. No, he wants to because he's always wanting to learn something else. That's a great quality for a person to have generally, but for a director, it's wonderful.